Okay. Yeah, I can believe it. I can believe it for sure.
That plays into the bars, the oDub bar. So we've, through other brands that we distribute and work with, we've got a lot of different connections in Taiwan, and the option to make the oDub bar carbon was absolutely there, and it's absolutely something I have zero interest in putting my name to. I don't like, of all the parts you can make carbon, the bars is probably the last, maybe a pedal axle, but bars is like, it makes no sense to me as a material. I know everyone's probably shouting at the speaker right now, you can make carbon as stronger than alloy, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter, because you clamp stuff around it, you clamp it, so you create these weak points, you chuck it in the back of vans. Carbon doesn't deal with impact well, and a bar is just, in my brain, it doesn't make sense to make a bar carbon. So that's, I appreciate I'm saying that. I've got a Fu Manchu moustache and my shirt on inside out, so you don't necessarily need to listen to me, but I've watched enough videos on videos about carbon versus alloy in different industries and different tests, and I feel very happy to put my name on a set of alloy bars. I think carbon would have been a really bad choice, definitely for me, and I can explain why. I'm not fuss pot with my bike. My bike goes in the back of trucks, it goes in the back of vans, it goes on lifts, it gets chucked on uplifts, it gets rattled around.
Helicopters,
exactly. It just wouldn't be realistic. So that's why I chose an alloy bar. I also resent, as we've already covered in this, I was a rat when I was younger, and I resent the fact that a set of handlebars can be £200. That to me is mind-blowing. These grams we're saving aren't worth all that money. We're alienating younger people from actually getting in on this, on a sport that's given me an awful lot and given you an awful lot in life. It's probably stopped me from being a thieving drug addict. I don't know, but with
that moustache, you never know.
Exactly.
I was thinking about this just before we started recording. Obviously, we as Hookit used to distribute Joystick, Canadian brand, who had a carbon bar, and obviously as the company owner, you take a few products, put them on your own bike, and this is definitely nothing against that brand, more the material, but I really didn't enjoy ever using carbon bars personally, and this isn't just trying to validate what you've said. This is a personal thing, that they just felt really rigid to me. I feel like they lost quite a lot of feel, to be honest. They just felt it felt disconnected a little bit. That's just how I felt.
I think the initial ones
I
were
took them off after a few rides. Yeah, definitely. And I feel like it looks like even the race teams a little bit have gone away from carbon these days a little bit more, and gone back to alloy bars. Yeah, that's probably accurate. I think there's a lot of teams not running carbon stuff anymore.
I mean, people try,
especially wheels as well. But
again, there's probably people shouting at the speakers saying you can engineer in flex. You can make it, but you can make it move more. You can make it feel more supple. You can do whatever you want with carbon. I'm not 100% hating on carbon. I just think you can't get around the fact that you're going to clamp a stem around it, and not everyone who clamps a stem around it is going to use a torque wrench. This guy isn't. I'm a numbskull. I'm just going to do it up until it doesn't move. And I think putting your name on something and knowing that people are going to over tighten it, they're going to create a tight point. Maybe it will never snap, but it might. And I don't like that. I don't like the idea of having your brake levers done up to a specific torque, or I just think it's unrealistic. You're clamping your grips, your gear, your dropper, your brakes around a carbon tube. It doesn't deal well. Yeah, you can make it strong in certain directions. It doesn't deal well with those clamping forces, those sharp edges. So that was why. I appreciate a lot of these things are going to be probably wrong, but these are my opinions on my bar. So
your product. We've dipped straight in here into your product and stuff, which is fantastic. But also, what's the backstory of this coming to market? Like, when does this conversation start? How come you were offered? Is it obviously it's a celebration of 20 years at DMR, but how long has this process taken, or is this on the notepad that we haven't got into just yet?
No, it's not really that side of things. So I tell you, I'll be honest here. A signature product's been on the cards for years, but I work too closely with DMR. It would be akin to publicly exposing myself. Maybe not. Maybe that's a bad analogy. I can't. Doing my own signature product is too weird for me. Can you understand? Can you get that? I work real closely with DMR.
I can.
Easy for me to work on a death grip. Easy for me to work on Deeks' saddle. These are my friends. I'm doing hopefully a good job in making signature products for them. But when it comes to doing it for myself, it's like writing a Tinder bio. It's like I can't do it. I can't It's like writing your CV, for instance. I'm outgoing and nice chap. I'm
who
very
said it
intelligent.
first?
You can't do it. It's too horrible.
Did you enjoy this clip? If so, please like and subscribe. The full episode is available by hitting one of the links on the screen right now, or type the Ride Companion into your favourite podcast app. We've even put links in the show description for you. Cheers!